Good evening. I'm your host, Nevaeh Sessoms, live on Metro Pulse Breaking News. We begin our broadcast tonight with a shocking story in Salem, Massachusetts, where several people have been detained and jailed under suspicion of witchcraft. It all started days ago when a group of girls claimed they were being attacked by supernatural forces. Symptoms like collapsing, screaming, and even being poked by needles were all the talk of the town. Salem's logical reasoning? Witchcraft. One of the alleged victims, Abigail Williams, has come forth with several locals making claims of them working with the devil and being witches. Since then, several other people have come forward with accusations leading to the jailing of over 55 people. An ongoing investigation is currently underway. Authorities, led by Judge Danforth, have been actively pursuing justice, holding court almost every day. In a press conference this morning, Danforth stated, "Hang them high over the town. Who weeps for these weeps for corruption." He has already executed 5 townspeople for their crimes and plans to execute more. In this passionate ordeal, it has caused a vast line of division in their once calm town. Beloved members of the town, such as John Proctor, have started to speak up on the matter, after his wife, Elizabeth Proctor, was taken into custody on Monday evening. Protests have broken out with John Proctor at the center, alongside the town's Reverend Hale. Hale, a former member of the court, has also spoken out on the unethicalness of the matter and talking with the public to put an end to the trials. Proctor, who has openly criticized the courts and trials, has also been accused and jailed just days after his wife's arrest. Tensions and anxiety have been running rampant through the town as more accusations continue, which has led to the huge controversy amongst the other states. Tweets such as #FreeProctor or #StopTheTrials have gained national attention, leaving people to wonder who will be accused next. As the situation continues to develop, we will be actively following this story and provide updates as the story unfolds. For now, I'm Nevaeh Sessoms, and this is Metro Pulse Breaking News. Good evening, folks, and stay safe. Good evening. I'm your host, Nevaeh Sessoms. We interrupt regular programming to give breaking news from the story we have been following in Salem, Massachusetts, where the trials have reached an all-time high, from accusations to jailing and finally public executions. We regret to inform you that the beloved man of Salem, John Proctor, has hung at first light this morning, a man for the movement as people referred to him, now gone. Moments ago, authorities carried out several executions of several accused individuals, including John Proctor, Rebecca Nurse, and Martha Corey. Emotions ran high at the town squares, and tears, yelling, and sadness were all in attendance. Proctor was offered a plea deal, his confession of witchcraft, in exchange for his life. He initially signed the papers, but quickly reconsidered as he left the papers in pieces at the feet of the members of the court. The locals of Salem are starting to question their form of government in their town and the logical reasoning behind the accusations. Interviews were conducted with Elizabeth Proctor, John's wife, and she told us, "Even I, as a Puritan woman through and through, do not believe these executions are acts of God. Only God himself can decide the fate of the people." In such an emotional state, the town has become frantic. Crops have begun to become scarce, and the markets, once bustling, now remain mute. Original accuser Abigail Williams has also remained mute. Thousands of reposts online claiming that her silence is one of guilt. She declined an interview with Metro Pulse News and has not commented on the matter. Questions have sparked: was she truly a victim, or was the accused just a part of her elaborate plan? One thing is for certain: Salem will never be the same. More news to come as the story comes to an end. I'm your host, Nevaeh Sessoms, making sure you get the daily breaking news. Thank you for watching Metro Pulse News. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we will close the dark chapter of all in the town of Salem. Weeks after John Proctor's death, we are pleased to report that the trials have come to a close. Nothing but devastation was left behind as the people of Salem tried to get back to some normalcy. A town once ridden with fear after the lives of innocent people were taken, a question still lingers. Are witches even real? Days after the death of beloved members of the town, several people started coming forth to the authorities, admitting they were fearful of being accused and it might have influenced their testimonies. Judge Danforth, the lead of the trials, has remained silent throughout the aftermath of the trials. The impact of the trials was felt not only by Salem, but even surrounding towns. Business is slow right now for local business owners, and several locals have moved to different areas, including Abigail Williams, the spark of the Salem witch trials. On social media, multiple reposts are being made on the irrational fear that led to deaths of innocent people. Salem now remains in shambles, leaving behind death, fear, and witchcraft. Will they repeat their history or reshape the town? Only time will tell. That's the latest news on Salem, Massachusetts with the Salem witch trials. I'm your host, Nevaeh Sessoms, and this is Metropulse Breaking News. Thanks for watching. Oh, not Proctor. Okay, cool.